State of the MCU. So State of the MCU, I finally decided to organize it and give it segment on its own, so we don't just go all over the place. First part is sort of general, maybe a little bit easy. How do you think this fits into the MCU? A sort of side question: does it fit into the MCU?
Here's my short answer for that. I am Iron Man. This is the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it is definitely he will and he should be the leader for the new phase of movies that's coming out.
I agree.
I feel like the movie also it doesn't fit into the MCU, and the reason why I say that, and I say it in a good way, is because honestly, the whole nation of Wakanda and the people and the things they go through can be their own movie. It could be their own little universe, and I'd be happy with that because it's so colorful and so rich, and there's so much going on that we only got just the tip of the surface. And I know there's so much, especially with the War Dogs. I want a story about the War Dogs.
Who had the rights to Black Panther before Marvel got him back?
Marvel, I believe, always had them, is my understanding. But because Avi Arad was making that movie through Marvel, not through another studio.
Okay.
Or I think he teamed with another studio.
Okay, that's another final thought I have is thank God Wesley Snipes did not touch the
I know.
movie.
No, I was actually going to say thank God for Wesley Snipes, because if it wasn't for him, first for Blade, that movie pretty much put the MCU and Marvel movies where it needs to go. But only that, but he wanted to make Black Panther, and it has been on the shelf, so I got to give him his props, man, because he did help propel this.
I'm sorry, Javon, and I have to do this, but I think the regulars know where I'm going with this. Blade, I'll give you. However, I came across someone on Facebook recently.
I love this story so much.
So one of our new guys in the group, Thomas Rank, this is where I found him. He got into it with somebody on Facebook because this dude was like, "Oh, who cares about Black Panther? It's not like Spawn and Catwoman never happened."
Oh god.
So we were like, "Okay, Spawn the movie is not
bad.
really."
We watched it recently. Fuck that movie.
Well, it was
And
like a year ago.
I'm pretty sure there's not a single person on Earth of any color who would own the Catwoman movie. So
Except for my serial killer friend from childhood.
Did you see the tweet from the writer of Catwoman about that?
Oh God!
By the way,
no, I didn't.
Who was like, so he's basically like, I'm the writer of Catwoman, and that movie was essentially shit out and like to like capitalize on something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like Batman. But like that, he just basically confirmed that the whole movie was just like shit out to basically make money and then never talk about it again.
Yeah.
Take that, Michelle
I
Pfeiffer.
think Todd McFarlane, he's even come out and said like, I don't have a higher reason for making Al Simmons black. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. He just made him black arbitrarily. He didn't.
Yeah,
care.
and then I brought up. We were trying to tell this dude like the reason why Black Panther is important is because in the top 3 most popular superheroes of all time, you have 3 white dudes: Spider-Man, Superman, Batman.
Yeah.
And this is now the chance for a superhero of color to step forward and fucking make money and be a mainstream success. And this dude was like, "Oh, I'll go tell that 6-year-old who dresses Spawn as a child that he never existed." I'm like, I don't think he did.
Yeah,
I don't.
he
I
didn't.
think you just kind of.
Except for my serial killer friend, of course.
Actually, I have a question for Javon.
Go ahead.
Are you still as mad as I am that they canceled Black Panther and the crew?
Hell, fuck yeah, I am.
Wait, what?
Like
It was a Black Panther series that was going to be Black Panther, Storm.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a TV show. I was like, huh?
No, it was a comic series that Nahisi Coates was writing that
And it
got
was
canceled
great.
After 2 issues.
Oh wow,
Oh,
Marvel
wow.
making real good choices, real smart choices
Well, I
there.
mean, if anything, Marvel. What Marvel tells me is that hey, diversity is the death of sales, so we're not gonna do it anymore.
But that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, oh, well, a black movie won't do well. Yeah, we just changed that.
Yeah. Okay, so did anybody else not give their sense of how this fits into the MCU, or if it doesn't even?
Eric Hunter and Allan, I believe. Well, yeah.
Well, I think it does, in the sense that it doesn't really tie to any of them, maybe, except for Everett Ross.
Which actually works to his benefit because I've made the joke. It's all connected except when it's not.
Agents of Shield.
Luke Cage.
Stormtrooper.
But like, I think
On the Immortal Iron Fist.
Fucking damn it.
Javon Hunter kind of has an irrational hatred of.
fucking.
Hold on, wait.
It's
wait.
not an irrational
Use
hatred.
the word irrational, motherfucker. You watched Iron Fist with us.
That
Yeah,
movie.
and then you bought episodes of Inhumans, or threatened to at least. So,
No. I bought them with an iTunes gift card.
okay,
You know,
it's the
But I
same
never.
thing.
I only watched 2 episodes.
Listen,
It
this is
doesn't
you're talking
matter.
about the guy who bought 2 copies of Aliens Colonial Marines. So yeah, that's just
Thank you for reminding us.
Oh man, Devon, if you could be a fly in the wall, how many times we have told Allan, "Hey, good job setting that money on fire."
Trust me, I've nailed him for it a few times, so it's all
We
good.
nail him for it at least twice a week.
Yeah, good, good.
Oh,
It's good to know we aren't the only ones that have to suffer.
Yeah, this kid just bought a Guitar Hero controller.
Oh,
And it,
God.
I forgot
and it
about
didn't
that.
even work.
Oh no!
They're like,
And no lesson was learned.
no, actually,
Okay, we're not turning this into VGH. Let's get on with the show. Hunter, how did you think this fit into the MCU?
I think it fits in fine. Like
Okay.
I think as I've noticed, so like the MCU movies kind of like introduced a new universe, like kind of
Yeah.
like new aspect of the universe, and this kind of like fills in a spot in it.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it fills in like a little spot in the world. And I kind
Yeah.
of dig that a lot. Like,
Yeah, it I think it fits into the universe fine, I guess. In that it's a puzzle piece that was put into a part of the. Is there a board when the puzzle doesn't have like a thing underneath? I don't know. I don't know what you call a puzzle that's unfinished. But it goes into a section of the puzzle that is yet to be filled. And
Yeah.
that's sort of how it fits, really. You know, the next closest piece is 3
Atlantis?
pieces to the side. Yeah, something like that. You know,
or a vein that hasn't been tapped yet.
right. It's
Like
it still
Atlantis.
fits, but it's so
there's my name on the
secluded.
movie.
Yeah.
Universal. Come on, let's go.
It's so secluded, a lot like Wonder Woman was, but it was secluded temporally, that it didn't really matter whether it fit or not. The only thing that really needed to fit is South Korea and the characters who showed up there. And those were
Yeah.
the right characters to be there. So I think it does fit. So yeah, I'll toss to Eric in case.
Yeah, I have one thing I did think is that the characters all feel like they fit in the MCU more than the Wakanda itself. Like, I can't imagine all those characters interacting with other Marvel characters.
That's
They
a
have
good
this
point.
that same Marvel feeling of like alternating between like quippy and serious, and I think that's how it fits the best.
Yeah. Who hasn't gone yet?
I think that's everybody for that little topic.
Yeah. Okay. So, how should the MCU learn from this movie?
They should learn fucking everything from this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I second that.
yeah. Not to go too deep into a Doctor Strange hate pool.
I thought you liked Doctor Strange. Wait a
I
second.
liked
where's
it
this
when
come
we.
from?
So when we reviewed it, you'll remember I was tepid. I've
Yeah.
come around to fucking hating it.
I can,
Hunter, it's
I can
called
see the
a
argument.
film
Like,
not holding up.
it's fucking Iron Man with magic, and that's a perfectly
Yeah.
valid
It's
plan.
not
However,
just
I don't
that.
have any problem.
I think this movie
mean-
really illustrated the problems with it. Like, and not to go down too deep road, think of it like this. Caecilius, who is one of the least memorable villains ever.
Oh yeah, Mads Mikkelsen was in that
Mads
movie.
Mikkelsen, star of Hannibal.
And
He-
Death Stranding.
He's a
And
nothing
Star Wars
villain.
Rogue One.
Stop it.
Yes, I was Allan. God damn it.
Yeah.
I was getting there. Okay, but yeah, he's a big part of the movie, and you get no idea of what his motivation is. You get nothing.
You get he doesn't explain shit. he just kind of shows up.
There's a suggestion that he might have had a family. Not even him saying it. There's a suggestion that people were taken from him, or that life took something from him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Michael B. Jordan, as much as we talk about how his character was developed and all these things, there are really 2 scenes that give you everything you need to know about him, that set up who his character is, and really give you a sense of why you should be rooting for him. And that's the flashback, and that's the dream sequence in the higher plane. There's other stuff throughout the movie, as far as his personal philosophy, but those 2 scenes are major building blocks in how we root for him. 2 scenes are the difference between a villain being meh to okay, that's good, like Zemo is, and to becoming next level or god level, at least for the time being. 2 scenes of Mads Mikkelsen with his family, kinetic, maybe, about to lose his daughter, and telling his daughter how much he cares for her and how much he'll always find her.
Or maybe just giving us anything at all about him.
Yeah, a lot like scenes from Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Disney film.
Which had those scenes. You could literally cut out scenes from Rogue One, change the context, put them into Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Which how hilarious to be.
He
Doctor
just
Strange like cut to him, just innocent Imperial outfit.
It's so great. But yeah, like if you put those scenes in, it would instantly make his character more interesting, at the least. Yeah. So it's really just like, you don't even need to put in as much work as you put in with Michael B. Jordan.
You just need to do something.
Yeah. And I'm gonna take a stance here because it was posted in our group. It was posted outside of Facebook by a film critic I like. His name's Diego. Sorry, Diego, but you're fucking wrong. Marvel has a villain problem.
Yeah.
Marvel absolutely has a villain problem.
Yeah. I love Zemo.
It does.
But Zemo has problems. Okay? Zemo is, up until this point, one of the strongest villains Marvel's ever had. But outside of Loki, up till this point, it's
Zemo's
been
credit comes to the
crap.
fact that Zemo is a guy.
think-
Zemo's nothing special outside of the fact that he is a very, very... His plan is kind of convoluted, but his backstory is what you're like, oh god, like your whole thing is just based around collateral damage. That's fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes
But I
you
think
feel
they got it
for-
right with Killmonger, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that for me the best Marvel villain until now was also one that felt like he was right from what he was doing wasn't actually wrong, and it's Vulture. Vulture,
Yes.
Vulture has everything that he's doing isn't particularly evil. He's stealing from Stark and from the government. Not that bad, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a family.
At this
Yeah,
point, I
Morgan.
love it.
Yeah, he's just he invested so much to get a job, and Stark took it from him, so he's stealing from Stark. I mean, in that relationship between the two of them, he's the right one.
Yeah. Even when he kills not Tom Hardy, as I call him, it doesn't...
Oh, poor Logan
It's
Marshall.
an accident.
Yeah. Like, it's not
Or a dude
really...
from Prometheus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
is he the geologist?
yes.
No,
He's
he's
the
oh,
father
damn it,
to
what's her
that
name?
Leviathan
AKA
thing, whatever.
My favorite character in all of film.
No, he's the
the
guy
geologist.
who makes fun of David, and David's like, okay, then I'm going to poison you with black
I'm gonna
goo.
plot your murder now. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Black
Okay.
Goo.
But yeah, like
Thanks for this spot.
he's also the star of Quarry, a great show on Cinemax, believe it or not. So go watch that. All my subtle plugs.
Finish this
That's also in
episode
the
first.
OC.
Yeah, but yeah, like you're right. Like that villain is someone that you empathize with and that you care about. Michael Keaton is definitely up there as far as these villains.
And like, let me kind of right off this point. What was name me something memorable about Yellow Jacket outside of his look?
Absolutely nothing.
There you go.
Nothing.
Corey Stoll
or-
puts his full effort in to every performance.
I mean, I love Corey Stoll. Malekith.
I mean,
Nothing.
I
God damn it, 9.
I always forget Malekith exists, honestly.
And then he's played by the
He was
Ninth
in
Doctor.
he was in Doctor Who. That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's do this again. Whiplash.
Nothing.
What is our
My-
big memory of Whiplash?
He wanted the boy.
He
I
wanted
want
to-
my beard. I want
He
my
wanted
beard.
my beard.
Where's my beard?
Yours, my beard.
When we eventually do Iron Man 2, I will have things to say about Whiplash. But, yeah. I think a more appropriate one is, what the fuck is his name? Justin Hammer, who's just,
Oh God.
who's just Funhouse Tony Stark.
I love Justin Hammer so much because he's just like a crazy person. He's
But yeah.
essentially just.
It's just like...
And then Iron Man 3's villain problem is that you're not told who the central villain is until the last 5 minutes of the film.
Yeah. But yeah, like, this movie didn't solve the villain problem because I could easily see them not actually improving from this, but if you do consider what I just said about Zemo was a step in the right direction. And if you remove Caecilius from the equation completely and pretend that he doesn't exist, Michael Keaton was a step in the right direction. Both of them towards the Michael B. Jordan direction. That's just pretend Kurt Russell never happened either.
Oh yeah, whoa, he was in the MCU for a minute.
Oh.
Huh.
So if we do get this
So
proportion,
was Hugo Weaving.
that was okay, Allan.
He's never coming back.
I'm talking about the last 2 years here. If we assume that they continue on this track and that, at least one out of the next 3 movies that we see in a given year will have a good villain, eventually it gets to the point where they're all better, maybe.
That doesn't bode well for Thanos.
No, so here's the
Right.
thing. I mean...
I did see an
Thanos.
article about this. It says Killmonger is basically proactively making Thanos look disappointing.
Yes, I agree on that.
I mean, Thanos hasn't done anything to not
mean,
be disappointing.
If he's just
he's
a
gonna do it
powerhouse,
himself now. So we'll
if
see.
he's just a powerhouse who just kills half of them without even trying, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
he'd be the first villain who actually does something in a short amount of time, even though he has wasted the most time of any villain so far.
yeah, he definitely likes to sit on his hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, so I guess that's good. Did somebody else not say what they think that this movie should learn from the MCU? Did anybody not say that?
Oh yeah, how to make. A good
I mean,
villain.
I didn't elaborate, but here's my thing. The Marvel plot structure, aside from it being very formulaic, they need to stay away from what Red Letter Media has seemed to coin, which is stop firing a big beam of light into the sky and having destroy the device.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm getting tired of seeing that across the fucking board.
And
And Doomsday Weapons.
I think one of the ways that this movie avoids that is that even though we didn't like the final fight, there's still emotional. There's still something emotional invested in this final confrontation.
Yes, and there was no cube or orb or
Mhm.
machine or tesseract for them to worry about. There was no MacGuffin I had to be distracted by.
No, it's the legacy of a country, and how T'Challa has to take back the ability to control that legacy.
And the collateral damage that could be caused by letting these weapons get out into the world.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
important.
exactly.
That's not a doomsday weapon. That's an actual.
Yeah.
That's damage you're not prepared for because that's like you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I said it, World War III, which is
Yeah.
something that this universe does not need, seeing as what's about to happen. So I guess that's again. Did anybody else have a?
It's more of a paying off from something in Civil War
Oh, yeah.
when Black Widow says that she's sorry about T'Challa's loss,
Mhm.
and he says what he says about the way Wakandans they're the way they perceive death, how it's more of a stepping off point.
Yeah.
We actually got to see that pay off here.
Yeah, we did kind of. Yeah, so I guess what you're saying is like more payoff for things that are set up, which actually is a good point.
Yeah, don't resolve plot points from like a decade ago in Spider-Man: Homecoming. How about that, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Don't pay them off with jokes. Don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even though I thought it was funny, don't have Hela point to an Infinity Gauntlet and be like fake. We can not do that. Maybe.
Please don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys.
I mean, I'll let Kate Blanchett get away with it because it's Kate Blanchett. I mean,
Yeah,
Kate
exactly.
Blanchett can do anything else what she wants,
Well,
just like that.
That is particularly insulting because you're then telling us that back then you had a plan when you didn't, or at least your
Right.
plan really deviated so fucking hard. And like at least with, and I don't want to rail on them because it's just such a fucking easy target. At least at Warner Brothers, and I'm not going to just point out DC like some people foolishly have been the last few weeks. With Warner Brothers, like you guys are just so fucking blatantly disorganized. It's not even fun to pick on you guys anymore.
It's kind of funny to watch, actually.
Yeah, and like Marvel's like, here's our roadmap, and then you look back at it and go, is this accurate?
I
Sort of.
think at the time they didn't have quite as set of a roadmap.
Yeah.
I think it's fair that they didn't because they still were unsure if this was going to work. We have to remember there were 2 years between, or not 2 years, there was a year between Thor and the Avengers, and Thor was their biggest risk. Like, Thor could have ended it.
Holy
all.
shit! Yeah, that could have sunk it
Like,
Yeah.
immediately.
they didn't come in after First Avenger. They could have just crashed right then and there. So that's important to point out. They were kind of throwing out everything
You
at the
guys
wall.
don't like Thor?
No, Alan, you got
Thor's
Alan.
fine.
Please send your mind back to 2011 and then tell me that Thor was a good idea.
Yeah,
Not
that's a good
really.
idea.
No,
Okay, well,
Alan,
Well,
you're the
we're gonna end on that note.
okay. No, we have more. Yeah.
Alan, I want you to look me. I want you, well, figuratively, look me dead in the eyes, hypothetically
Look
speaking,
to his soul, his
and
eyes.
tell
Look
me,
Look at me.
tell me weird kooky fantasy movies outside
About
of Lord of the
space
Rings,
Vikings.
specifically about something that out of this world that were mainstream successes. I'll wait, and don't say Star Wars or Lord of the Rings because those are obvious exceptions.
The last
Galaxy Quest.
the last movie that's even similar to
Galaxy Quest?
Thor.
Are you serious right now?
God damn it! The last movie that came out that's even similar to Thor is Masters of the Universe.
Ooh,
And
Okay.
that movie,
Stop.
spoilers,
Mhm.
is a fucking turd.
It's a fucking bad movie. So
You know what? Yeah.
Go
compared
plungers,
to
man.
compared to even to Captain America. Captain America is a movie where you can see why people might see that movie. You can see why kids might want to go see that movie. You can see why parents might want to go see that movie.
I mean, with Captain America, you can just dupe dumb fucking American flag waving idiots in that movie. It's Captain America. All right.
It was a period piece. It's a war movie about
Yeah.
World War II. There it is.
Easy. That's
Yeah,
not, that's
about
not
Captain
easy.
America.
yeah.
He's personally
about-
punched out Hitler like
It's about punching
130
Nazis,
times.
which in 2011 wasn't controversial. uh,
Whoa,
Probably
wait a
the
minute.
heaviest political comment we ever made.
Damn.
Damn. Hey, damn. Wow,
Yeah.
I felt that.
yeah. Okay, I think we can move to the last part of the State of the MCU, which is what do you see in this movie directly affecting future movies? This is where we do weird theories and crazy, predictions for future movies. So,
well,
Wakanda
here it
being a
is.
presence. That's one.
No, Wakanda is the stage in Infinity War.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fairly
It's,
obvious
where
to me why that is now.
Yeah.
Okay, you said the Soul Stone.
So
where do you see this?
So, I want everybody to think back to when the power orb was used to destroy that blue lady who touched it with her bare hands.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
And I want everybody to think back to when Cliff Barton got mind controlled by the Mind Stone. And I want you to tell me that the visual cues from when that happened are not
Oh my
exactly
God.
what happens when T'Challa and Eric take the heart-shaped herb. And what is the Soul Stone? What does that suggest? That suggests, an afterlife.
Oh my God, really?
Or the
What?
separation of your soul. Where does he go after taking the heart-shaped herb?
Into a purple place.
That is effectively the afterlife. The heart-shaped herb is grown from soil that's irradiated by the Soul Stone. that's
So you're saying
why,
the Soul Stone was in the vibranium meteorite?
Yes, and it may even be responsible for vibranium. It may be responsible for everything, really. It may be why Ultron looked for it. It was one of the first things that he was searching for. It might not just have been its properties. It might have been calling to him, for all we know. All kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
there is something to be said about like his instant need to make a vibranium body.
Yeah, and he's also powered by one of the stones. And there's a theory
I don't
that the
know why-
stones are all connected.
Why am I thinking of a series of posts in the group from the group?
Because I got into it. I was very diminutive to Andrew Littler about this, and his
As we
like,
tend to do.
I don't know
As we
where
tend
the
to do.
Soul Stone is. It's like it seems so obvious to me. Clearly, it's not obvious to everybody else. But no, that's why Thanos is coming to Wakanda, as we see in the next movie. He's coming for the Soul Stone. He knows that it's there somehow, and it's the source of Black Panther's power.
Arlen, you are a goddamn genius.
I just connect the dots.
Well, no,
this
actually,
is how
this
my
makes a
brain
lot of sense
works.
now because there'd be no other reason why Wakanda would be the stage for the final battle,
Right, it never made
unless there was something
Yeah.
there they had to defend.
because it never made sense that Thanos would need vibranium. He could just he's in space. Presumably, they could just produce vibranium in space. They could make their own vibranium, or
They probably know the planet it came from.
or melt down a
the
god's
Infinity-
body and and use that or something.
The Infinity Stones he does have would render vibranium obsolete. So it's
Right.
like,
Yeah. So, which has always been the answer in the comics previously, I guess, is vibranium, or just Wakanda's level of advancedness, I guess. That's been my understanding, at least. But the Soul Stone, and again, the powers just match up so well. And again, like the visual cues of the visual effects, I instantly knew from the moment he got his powers back that that's what it was. So yeah. Any other ways that you see this playing out in the future, I guess?
I
do
see a
want-
lot of people dying. Oh, we didn't talk about the post-credit scene.
Well, that's Eric. Did you have a point?
I do wonder if we'll get to see more advanced technology in other films around the world because of Wakanda putting embassies
Ooh.
outside.
That's a good.
I
idea.
I hope that happens because I'm getting a little tired of the whole oh, it's Chitauri tech. How much of this bullshit do you have fucking lying around?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
a lot of it.
And I mean, on that point, if this doesn't happen, it's just failure
It's
on
a-
the part of the writers. If a Wakandan doesn't show up in I'll say season 3 of Luke Cage, just to give them space, time to figure it out, I will be disappointed. Because yes, we all know Ike Perlmutter is a piece of shit, and he doesn't really let the movies and the TV really connect anymore. But there's no reason that the writers of that show can't just write a Wakandan on their own. And
Dude,
just-
at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if someone in Daredevil was like, "Oh yeah, what about that Infinity War?" And someone went, "What?"
yeah.
What's
But
a
yeah,
Thanos?
that's something that I would like
I'm
to
the-
see.
Thanos, but I'm the immortal Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of that
No,
matters as long as we're in Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen is immune to world-ending events.
But
Well, I mean,
What if the secret Wakandan in Harlem is Turk Barrett?
oh god damn it!
I would
That's
be on
actually
board.
the best head canon. You know what? That's canon now. I don't care.
If Turk pulled his lip down and he revealed he was a Wakandan, oh wow, yeah. Hunter, you were saying something about post credits. We should talk about those because we really haven't.
So spoilers for Black Panther. Bucky shows up at the end.
White Wolf.
By the way, if you didn't pick up on his color scheme of outfit, you're a fool. Let's just put it out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
It's pretty
wearing
clear.
red and blue and being referred to as the White Wolf. Come on.
It's pretty clear. He's Wolf Cap.
Here's my shield. You're me now.
He's
Well,
an
they're pretty much
apprentice
giving
werewolf.
him T'Challa's adoptive brother's persona in the comics.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So that is like a thing in the comics. White Wolf is like a white guy who gets found in Wakanda and adopted by T'Challa.
Yep.
Is that what you said?
By T'Chaka.
Okay, I see. That's interesting.
So he's T'Challa's adopted brother, and he serves as their secret military police, like the War Dogs.
Ooh.
He's the one who runs them.
Oh fuck! I almost
Shit.
want that more than I want him to be Captain America. But now I'm conflicted.
So he's like
Yeah.
he's like a legit badass. So.
He's definitely gonna be Captain America. Though.
Yeah, he's gonna be Cap, and he's gonna have a vibranium arm, which is gonna make it much easier for him to take over the role. Presumably.
I do want
think-
some Falcon Cap though. I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
Also, nope. I don't think I've said this on a show before, but Nomad Cap is fucking cool.
Okay. Let's not get crazy, guys. Eric, was this something you were gonna?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that the whole movie gives that opportunity of having an army fight each other without having any American soldiers or
Yeah.
shield soldiers that would just be boring to watch.
Right.
Yeah.
I would
they-
so much rather watch a bunch of Wakandans with laser spears.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And oh god damn it! Why is his name slipping my mind here?
Everett.
Fucking, not Everett. God damn it! I do this like once every show where I just completely botch on someone's fucking name. Manape. God damn it.
Oh,
M'Baku.
M'Baku.
Baku. I so desperately now need to see him just with bare hands just start pulling pieces of Thanos' army apart.
Fuck on.
Game for that.
Can't wait.
Never mind. I take it back. I can't wait for Infinity War.
I just.
And here's the thing. Now, after Black Panther, and this is actually one to add to this, I would be more upset if I saw a character like him die. If I saw I don't know, fucking Hulk die.
They're not gonna kill Hulk.
Yeah, because they wouldn't ever do that. But no,
Exactly,
like,
and that's the other part of it. Is I'm so not convinced that they would kill a member of the Avengers, and I'm more worried about these new characters I like a lot.
Yeah.
Remember when we thought that they were gonna kill off Thor?
well, I'm still convinced they'll kill off Thor.
that could happen.
That could still happen because Thor, again, he's not the most likable even after Thor Ragnarok. Like that's the movie that has kind of redeemed him as a character. Most people still don't care about Thor though. Outside of that movie,
It's all about Beta Ray Bill.
Damn straight.
like
So,
that's
so
more
who
likely.
who do you guys think is gonna die for sure?
Cap is on the chopping block for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
I've
Cal
never.
and Tony.
I for a while I was on that, but I think it's gonna be an Asgardian. If it's either gonna be
think-
Loki or Thor, one or the other.
I think it's either going to be that or Drax, honestly, or one of the Guardians is high up there too.
You
Well,
know, yeah.
Hunter, you're on something because there's a teaser or a spot for Infinity War where the Guardians go to it's I don't
They're the
know.
collectors, aren't they?
Yeah, and Thanos is about to kill him.
And
And
Drax
Dra-
is like, fuck it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh, that would be interesting. Because
I think they're going to kill Drax or one of the Guardians, Cap, or like any of those guys. really.
Nebula, Drax, Cap
Yeah.
is. I wouldn't say hopeful, but like it's the right time, and it's the perfect time for Tony.
I think it's too obvious
Yeah.
though. Honestly, it's too obvious.
Maybe they'll kill
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye because we don't see shit from him. So.
God damn it.
Yeah, where's our
That would be a
Hawkeye
death where
solo
that
movie?
would be a death where I was like, well, that's a thing that happened.
But Velma will be so sad.
Oh, poor Velma.
Yeah.
And Lindsay Weir.
No, I mean the woman who played Velma in.
Yeah, Velma. Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah. She plays his wife. I forgot her name, but she's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
The looking girl.
Yeah. But I don't think they'll. Okay, no, they could kill Hawkeye. They could totally kill Hawkeye. I could see that. Especially.
I don't think they will because nobody cares.
Well, true.
And honestly, at this point, I think because they showed us what his life is like outside the Avengers and Ultron, I think it'd actually be a shitty thing to do to his character to kill him off, rather than to send him home where he belongs.
Yeah.
I'd more see him that he wouldn't even. Is he in the film? Is he in the trailers?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think he
in the
is.
trailers. No, he isn't, and people are being pissed off about it because people want Hawkeye, but then they say that he's gonna be Ronin, so to take on the Ronin persona.
Holy
so-
shit. Ronan's pretty sick.
So
Okay.
I'd prefer if they just cripple him, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kind of like he walks away from it, unable to fight anymore, and then he has to train
Well,
Kate
suppose-
Bishop. No.
Yes, I want that.
And then
can we get Pizza Dog though? Can we get Pizza Dog?
I was
Maybe,
just about to bring up Pizza Dog.
I
possibly.
want Pizza Dog.
But yeah. Directly seeing. Yeah, I think we kind of covered directly seeing this in the future. So I guess we can kind of say goodbye. I guess, unless somebody has other things that they want to say.
I do not.
No, I can't wait for Infinity War, even though I'll probably be let down a little bit.
I mean, okay, so I guess we can
Here's-
go into that a little bit. I guess.
I think the thing with Infinity War is, and we've said before, the bar is, to no one's fault, set impossibly high.
Yeah.
But is it? Is it? Do you really expect it to be like super great?
I
No,
don't think
because of
I don't know,
Ultron.
but here's the thing.
Like honestly,
don't know
we're
what I
all gonna
expect.
see this movie and we're all gonna like it, and that's about it. Like it's not gonna blow our minds like Black Panther did, and that's exactly what's gonna happen.
know what?
Eric with
I
the
think
hot
what's gonna
takes. I
happen-
love it.
You know what's going to happen is we're going to see it, and we're going to be like, yep, it's fine. And then
Yeah.
that'll be the
Yeah.
most we talk about it.
I don't think it's going to impress anybody. And here's the thing: going in with the idea that it's not going to impress anybody might be the best way to go into it.
My thing is with it is just my main concern is like, how the fuck are you gonna juggle these characters? Because I think they even said like we have a scene where there's like what 60 major characters on screen
Right.
at once.
And I think the important thing, and it's a problem because they've said that they aren't doing the part 1 and part 2 thing anymore, when I know for a fact that that's a lie. It is definitely still a part 1 and part 2. They just know that part 2 has kind of become box office
A different
poison.
movie?
Well, no, because
different movie?
you got to remember what's the last movie that had a part 1 and part 2 that
Oh,
was
God, was
good?
it-
Breaking Dawn.
Wait. that
Well,
was good.
only for reasons of werewolves jumping into chasms.
Wait,
uh,
was Breaking Dawn good?
Breaking
Am I
Dawn Part
wrong?
2 is the most insane film I have ever seen.
And
God.
especially because here's the thing, real quick, Breaking Dawn 2 gives you on a silver platter one of the zaniest fight sequences I've ever seen, and then immediately takes it away from you.
Aw.
Yep. They pulled the it was all a dream thing at the end.
It's a
Are you
vision.
fucking kidding me?
It's a
Like-
vision
Yeah.
that the villain has, and he's like, "Oh, we'll lose. We'll leave then." Have you ever seen Muppet Treasure Island?
Yes.
Okay,
No?
it is
What a
equivalent.
weird...
It is the equivalent of one of the Muppets at the end going, "We see you have boom boom sticks. Goodbye."
Yep.
Wait, they have
That
guns?
is how
That's
Breaking
what-
Dawn
that's
Part
how
2 ends.
Muppets Treasure Island ends?
Like
Well,
If
no,
they
it's
see guns,
Star of
they see
Mr.
guns and they're like,
Robot
"Fuck this."
summons a tornado and
What?
kills evil vampires.
Dude,
Fuck.
people are getting their heads torn off.
Yep.
There are werewolves falling into volcanic chasms, like he said. There are people being torn limb from limb. Dakota Fanning is mauled by a werewolf. Michael Shannon? Who is? What is it?
Michael Shannon.
Michael
Sheen.
Michael Sheen, yeah.
Michael Sheen is decapitated, and then it pans out, and it's all just a vision he had. And he's like, "Oh, we'll lose. Bye."
That's...
That's
Yep.
it was
I
like
think
that
it's
in
hilarious.
book two.
I don't even know how to process that.
Point is, they removed the part 2 from Infinity War. I think this movie, regardless of however good it is as an individual film, I think our final opinion won't be settled till that second film. I think it's
I think what we're getting is Infinity War, and then Avengers 4, Infinity Gauntlet.
yeah, and we'll form opinions in the interim, of course, and we'll have opinions of that first part.
I think
But the story won't be over.
definitely it'll be... I don't think it's going to be a bad movie by any means. Like, I don't think...
No.
Because, like, even, like, bad Marvel movies are enjoyable on some degree. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a Marvel movie where I walked out going, "Well, that was shit."
Yeah, I mean,
Like the worst thing with Marvel films is like a month later you think about it and like you just think, oh, that was forgettable. I don't remember anything that happened in this film.
Guardians
it's
of the
like,
Galaxy 2.
and that's not, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Essentially, well, it is a problem, but it's like I don't think that's awful.
No, and
necessarily.
like I hate to go this way, but like Batman vs Superman, Lee Epstein, that was an event for me. That was an important movie
Oh no!
in my life. And then when he said Martha, I felt my heart sink into my balls. Okay, I was so fucking disappointed
Why would you say that name?
because that movie
Why is that?
featured two
That's
of
my
my
mom.
favorite comic book
So
characters.
here's the thing.
Said-
I was done before that, and you all know when I was done. It's
You were done
Jerry.
when Jesse
No.
mouth raped someone with a fucking Jolly Rancher.
When he
I
mouth
was-
raped a fucking senator with a fucking Jolly Rancher.
I was done at the P scene. Honestly, that was when I was like, oh.
The P scene was a shit flavored cherry, piss flavored cherry, actually, on top of a fucking shit movie.
Get
I
some peach
just-
tea, baby.
I really love that's what they went with. They're just like, yeah, Lex Luthor makes someone drink piss. Yeah.
And then
Holly
kills
Hunter,
them.
celebrated actress, Oscar nominee. I'm gonna make her drink piss.
And then someone in that theater discovered a new fetish that night.
My favorite
Oh
part about
god
that,
damn it!
my favorite part about that sequence isn't even it's not even the fact that she drinks pee and blows up. It's the fact that like everything blows up and it just cuts to sad face Superman. He's like, "Oh dang it!" and just flies away.
So he's like, oh, I fucked up, and then he fucked off.
Okay,
He just
I
goes,
think
"Oh."
I think it's time we wrap.
yeah, I think we're done
Yeah.
here. We've done our job.
Anyway, we did our plugs, but we can just introduce ourselves
Yeah.
again. I've been Connor McGraw. You know where to find me. Who else is here?
I'm Arlen
Javon
Harlow.
McNeil. You know where to find me.
Yeah. This is Hunter Davenport, not Connor McGraw. Hunter Davenport. That's
HUNTER, Hunter Davenport, talking right now.
all right. Yeah. You know where to find me.
I mean, there you sound like a fast food worker, but
Would you like to find that? You want some friends with that?
no. it's here.
I'm Eric Sayour. You can follow me at eSayour.
I'm Alan Muir, and I love that after all of our BS, Eric still has the integrity.
He does. I admire that about you, Eric.
I try to be a professional every day of my life.
I love that.
Eric has had
Keep
the
it up.
Eric has had the cleanest mouth of anyone who's ever been in this show.
Yeah.
Listen, we need that here because we're not professional.
Because every time I swear way more in French than in English, so it just comes easier for me when I'm speaking.
I like it.
Okay, this is tabarnak. Yeah, that's my swear of the day.
I like it.
What that means? So you might
Doesn't it mean fuck off? Isn't that what that means?
No, it's like in Quebec we use like church words for the
Oh.
tabernacle.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
All right. Bye.
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 Oh, and fuck
Bye,
X-Men
Davis.
Apocalypse.
Fuck
And
X-Men
fuck Twitter.
Apocalypse.